This is the RS3M V5, but the question is, should you buy it?
In this video, I'll break down the pros and cons of buying this puzzle and hopefully help you decide if you want to buy this puzzle or not.
When you buy the puzzle, you get a Moyu robot in the box alongside the puzzle, which acts as a carrying case. It's annoying that it adds a couple extra dollars, but it's a cute accessory, and it's something to consider when buying the puzzle as well. Yes, it does add to the price, but the puzzle itself is only $25, which is on the cheaper side, and this is a nice accessory to have, but once again, something to consider when you are buying the puzzle because you may think that it's a waste of money.
The puzzle out of the box is very fast, but it's also tight, so the corner cutting isn't that good. I received the puzzle, I immediately unmagleved it because I realized that it was too fast and tight, so I took it apart and took the springs out of an RS3M 2020, and I swapped them in with the magnets from the RS3M V5, and this allowed it to be more controllable, and because I was able to play around with tensions, I made the corner cutting much better.
Off lubing, the first thing I did was lube the core and the tracks of the pieces with Traxxas 50K. This allowed the cube to be much more smooth and of course get rid of spring noise. Then I added FC Calm because sometimes Traxxas gives it a bit of a weird drag and FC Calm helps smooth that out. Then I added Compound X, which just slowed the cube down even more, which actually made the cube feel very nice, but the Traxxas was gumming up the cube a little bit too much, so I decided to add some DNM to help it break in more. After the setup, the cube felt super smooth, yet super controllable and tactile, and this felt super nice, and I was able to get really good times immediately. I was able to get a sub 12 AO5 pretty quickly, and also a 7.02 OH single very fast, and you know, this was probably about a day after getting the puzzle, and I was very impressed. The benefits of this puzzle for me are, one, it's cheap and it's relatively accessible to people because it doesn't cost a lot of money. Two, it's versatile for both 3x3 and one-handed, so if you only use one cube for both events, then you can use this cube and you'll be able to be successful in both, and even if you don't, it'll still treat you well in both events. And three, because of its simplistic design and features, it allows you to customize it in a way that's very unique to you, and that's not always true about a lot of cubes. Like, a lot of cubes you can set up and it just doesn't work for you. Even if you really like the feel, you just don't get fast times on this, or you don't think that it suits your turning style, but this is so customizable in so many ways that it can almost fit anyone's turning style if you set it up correctly. The cons for me are that even though the puzzle is relatively cheap, coming in at $25, it comes with a useless accessory, and this is really annoying because people are spending their hard-earned money on this, and when you have to buy something alongside it that's so useless and is kind of a silly product, it really seems like a waste of money, and people may be drawn away from purchasing this item. But another con is that it takes a lot of work to set up, and obviously a lot of other puzzles take a lot of work to set up as well, but this one particularly takes a lot of time, especially if you want to use it for one-handed, because the maglev is such a pain in the butt, and unfortunately unmagleving it is kind of necessary to make it good for one-handed. But other than that, I think that this puzzle is really great, but only you can decide what to do with your money. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.